Hey guys, what's up? It's Randy from Sweet Action Golf coming to you from Sean's Back Nine Indoor Golf Center here in Toledo, Ohio. Very, very special guest today, my chiropractor, the gentleman who puts me back together and who has been for over 15 years, Mr.
Wow.
Tom Baur of the New Life Spine Center. If you guys have been following along for a while, you know that I've been through an ordeal the last 20 years with my back. Everything from car accidents to tumors, surgeries. This man is part of my critical care team that keeps me going so that I can continue to help you guys in the game of golf. Thank you so much for everything you have done for me.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it so much.
We appreciate you. Sweet Action.
Thank you. So what we're going to do today is we are going to talk about the importance of stretching. I mentioned that I've been through a lot the last 20 years. I am going to mention a video. The link will be up in the corner. It's a quick round of golf I play where I tell my story of what I've been through and how lucky and blessed I am to be able to do this again. So when I came back after my surgery 2 years ago, I did a ton of stretching with the exercise ball. And the reason I stretch so much is, if you guys follow along, you know that power and speed and quality of contact and consistency of contact all comes from the feet and works its way up the legs. So we have to stretch our legs a lot, especially our hamstrings, if we want a good, fundamentally sound golf swing. Is that correct, Dr. Baur?
That's the foundation, as you just said. Fundamental foundation.
Right. So not only that, spinal health is very, very important in the game of golf as well. Our spine is connected to everything. It helps everything operate the way it should. And I'm going to let Dr. Baur take over now and talk about the importance of spinal health and what he does at the New Life Spine Center in Maumee, Ohio.
Thank you, Randy. The flexibility is key. We don't move enough when we ultimately have spinal motion. It's the inside motion of what our outside bodies are doing. So when it comes down to it, there's a certain amount of flexibility we should have, moving biomechanically on the inside of our swings or general activities during the day.
Sure.
Ultimately, what it comes down to is a word called frequency.
Sure. And if you guys follow along, you know that Sweet Action Golf is an authorized reseller of the Newton Motion Golf Shaft, the hottest golf shaft in the game of golf right now. And we know that each shaft has a frequency, and that frequency determines its stiffness, its firmness. We know that the Newton Motion 3-dot driver is 240 cycles. Not only does every golf shaft have a frequency, but every vertebrae in the spine. Is that correct?
That's exactly right. There's a certain parameter of 4 to 12 hertz of frequency in the spine that makes it work most efficiently. We find that most of our biomechanics happen towards the 12 hertz frequency on the interior of the joint.
That's awesome. Now, Dr. Baur uses a machine called the Pro Adjuster during his adjustments in his practice. Tell us a little bit about the Pro Adjuster and what it does. We talked about frequency. Is there a chance that that machine could over-adjust our spine on the frequency, or?
Well, it actually has a stop button on it. In other words, when it meets a maximum potential, it shuts off and we reevaluate that. So there hasn't been any incidences in nearly 20 years of my use. Ultimately, what we want to do is measure, analyze, adjust, and then reanalyze that joint. So it's really hard to overdo it. One thing we do find is, unfortunately, it's underserved.
Yeah.
Ultimately, again, you can have a stiffness of a joint, but if it's out of frequency, as Randy talked about with his shaft, the frequency is the key to the bone above and below and how your spine moves just like a shaft inside than it does on the outside with your instrument. So with my instrument, you can achieve, better range of motion. It's pretty remarkable. I remember one of our first experiences was, it's always the wow of how much a person can turn after getting 12 hertz frequency bombarded into their body.
As I said, I've been with Dr. Baur for almost over 15 years now. During that time, I was 5 years into my journey of back pain and problems. I was still playing golf. I was still active in the business, but my activity level was down to about once a week. After a couple months of seeing Dr. Baur, my wife and I went down to Myrtle Beach, and I was able to play 36 holes in one day because of him. And I never thought that was going to be possible. And now I can hit 300 balls a day. What Dr. Baur does in his office, it works. All you have to do is go see him at the New Life Spine Center in Maumee. He has a golf protocol that works. It works wonders. It works wonders. It improves your flexibility, which is going to improve your stability, which is going to improve your club speed, which means you're going to hit it farther.
Yes.
Dr. Bauer, thank you so much
You're
for
welcome,
everything.
Randy.
I appreciate you, sir. Is there anything else you'd like to tell everyone
Well,
out
you
there?
mentioned our golf protocol. We actually have an advanced protocol that
Oh.
we'd love to be back for and talk a little more about that.
All right. Dr. Bauer will be back probably after the golf show. So maybe toward the first week of March, we'll have Dr. Bauer back. Thank you guys so much for checking us out. Please hit that like, follow, and share button. Help spread the word of Sweet Action Golf and help spread the word of Sean's Back Nine Indoor Golf Center here in Toledo, Ohio, at the corner of Bancroft and King. We are a certified Callaway fitting center, and the future of performance is elite thanks to Callaway. I've got some product reviews, new videos dropping tomorrow, a swing tip video coming tomorrow, and we are going live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram tomorrow on Valentine's Day. So please check that out. Thank you so much.